Hey, I'm back again. I know, it's been a minute, right? It's been a long too while. Yeah, I keep doing that lately. You know, I came back to pollute your mind space with my bad rhetoric and my less than questionable moral actions and more or less reprehensible thought process. Or to call them the intrusive thoughts. I think the one thing I want to talk about mainly was Legacy of Kaiser and how dumb that thing is. Not dumb per se. I say the people in it are stupid for causing this drama. Because if you don't know the YouTuber Legacy of Kaiser, he's like the shit poster of fighting games. You know, he makes like cool content, memes, the aforementioned shit posters, spicy content, the works. You know, he's kind of like that. You know, just the content kind of guy. You know, like if you think of like, I don't know, like the Cell meme, you probably think of like Guilty Gear or something. You know, does that even make sense? No, but when you see Legacy of Kaiser content, you know what I mean. He's just a shit poster of like fighting games. But people on Twitter, or known as X, or is it called a cesspool, people have been giving him death threats lately about it. And it's just like, why are you giving him death threats? And, and I love the fact that he made the smart move to address it and talk about it. And then just be like, hey, I'm getting death threats. I never faced this before. I'm kind of worried. This is making me not, happy. This is kind of scary. But the thing I want to talk about is the people who are just like, suck it up. It wasn't a threat. It was a joke. Stop being a baby. That's what's grinding my gears right now about that, frankly. I think it's stupid that they will say something like that. And these are the same people who will probably get the same level of death threats or some clapback, and then they'll cry on their little Twitter page on their protected tweets and be like, this is my 13th reason. This is why my life is so terrible. And I'm just like, get over yourself. It's like, when it comes to death threatening people, when you say you wish they could die a horrible, meaningless death, and then you try to backtrack it like it's just some joke, that's never a joke. Why are you trying to say it was? If you knew this shit was wrong, why would you say it to begin with? And especially if you knew the clapback. Because that's the thing that people don't have when it comes to being a cyberbully, and they say some things like that. They don't have the self-awareness of the reflection. Because half of them will just be pussies. Either A, they will double down to think there's some big man on campus, or B, they'll go, they'll go like deactivate their Twitter, or go into protected tweet mode, or just simply don't answer and hide away like a coward. And I'm like, nah, you don't get to run. Like, if you wanted to stay in your lane and stay in your place, you wouldn't have said shit to begin with. I get it. People have opinions. People are entitled to them. But you lose all credibility, respect, or even wasted time if you start swinging with death threats, doxing, belittlement, harassment, etc. Anything that's not relatively constructive criticism or something, or any kind of interesting debate. It's like me going on Twitter and like saying that, oh, Markiplier's irrelevant because he just makes the same boring ass content, and I hope he gets hit by a truck full of cement or something. And that's like, why would I do that? Why am I opening the floodgates to get my ass railed on Twitter? Why? If I want to say some shit like that, I go tell my friend Josue or something like that, And that's a joke though, I don't hate Markiplier. I fall asleep to his 3 scary game compilations all the time. But that's not important. But the point is just like, people think they have power behind this whole, aminosity of the internet. Like, as long as you delete your account or clear a digital footprint that no one will never catch you. But we got things like 4chan, Reddit, the dark web, psycho hackers on Discord. People could dox and hack you like no problem. They know where you live. They can send pizzas, bullets, fucking pipe bombs if they need to. You're just never truly gone from the internet. We can find you. It makes me wonder, like, why do people think they have the balls to send death threats to people? Like, what's your purpose? What do you get out of that? Frankly, the goody internet points of like socialites are in the same bubble as gonna just circle jerk you and it's saying you did good. Here's your trophy and a spit in the hand for telling a content creator he should die, he should kill himself just because you didn't like the content. It's just like, well, then don't watch his content. You know the old phrase, don't like it, don't engage with it. I think we have simply forgotten that. We have forgotten what that's like. If I don't like content, if I don't like it, I don't fuck with it. But nowadays, people want to run towards the fire like it's some fucking Borderlands 3 shit. No, Lilith, you did not say no shit like that before. You're just saying that shit now. I mean, I'm sorry, that's irrelevant. Borderlands 3 got me in a tizzy, but that's beside the point. The point being, people will run towards the hellfire, the war zone, the slaughter shaft. They will go through that. For what purpose? I'm asking, what's the end goal behind this? You do nothing. You win nothing. And that's my main thought about the internet people as a whole. Why do they go through these trials and tribulations? They say things on the internet, they get clapped back, and then they start crying on their alt accounts, or start being a spurg on locals or something on Kiwi farms about how people are mean to them and self-victimizing themselves or playing some boohoo sad story. And I'm just kind of like, well, maybe if you didn't open your fucking mouth, maybe you wouldn't be in this predicament. There's always some things that's staying in your lane. Speak when spoken to. If people wanted your opinion, they will damn sure ask for it. Don't go in swinging and expect them to come out like you're some top dog. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be a overly blunt asshole. I'm just saying, like, you don't have to say things that will get your ass clapped. And going back to the whole Kaiser, like Legend of Kaiser thing, that makes me so mad with it. It's just, again, it's just the whole suck it up, man, baby. They're threats. They're just jokes. I'm like, who the fuck jokes about someone wanting to kill you? It's like that doesn't do good to people on the internet. And I know this bears repeating by any other content creator, but this repeats now. Content creators are still people. They're still just your regular Sally, your regular Joe, your guy behind the camera, the YouTube persona, the VTuber avatar, or whatever they are. They're still people. They still work 9 to 5s. They still got families to feed. They still pay their taxes and go to work. They're still people. You don't just get to sling a death threat at them and just be like, I hope they're mentally unstable because I'm just a little spurg on the internet. And it's like, no, you don't get to say some shit like that. Would you want that shit to be happening to you? And don't lie to yourself. And don't lie to me saying that you'll just be a big man and just ignore the haters and then just block it out, or you'll fight them back because you're just so tough. No one is tough enough to handle having their lives be threatened over the internet. No one is tough enough. I'm not tough enough. Like, if my comments get filled with people saying they wish they could disembowel me, I'll be nervous. I'll be scared. I'll be just trying to panic, trying to figure out, what did I do to wrong these people? Was it my content? Is it not funny? Is it not entertaining? Is it like personal demons come back to haunt me? Like, no one should endure that kind of pain, that kind of turmoil. Most content creators, if they're not shilling out for money only, just generally want to make videos to make people happy, make content to make content's sake. They want to just do things that make them happy. If they're happy, they want to make the people who follow them happy. And the last thing they want is to have their lives threatened by someone on the internet, some jobber, some relatively nobody. No one deserves that kind of punishment. No one deserves that kind of threatening at all. You can shit on them, you could critique their videos and their editing and how they talk, or their mics, or their audio, or all that kind of jazz. But when you bring in something as serious as saying you want to kill them, that's where I draw the line at. That's why I think it's wrong. It's just, it's terrifying, And like at the end of the day, your safety always matters. And to have someone just casually say they want to just kill you or wish you could die. And people on the internet are scary. People could do crazy shit. People on the internet are stable, are unknown. Some people can be stable and okay, but some people could be fucking maniacs. Like, if someone docs me tomorrow and posts my location where I was, I'd be scared shitless to know that someone could use that and go find me and slice my throat open. I'd be terrified, you know? But I guess the moral of this segment is just, like, be mindful of the people on the internet, you know? Not everybody is just a tough shell, and I know you say you gotta have a tough shell for the internet, but not everyone's like that. And hell, in the case of being death threatened, no one can handle that. No one can just eat that shit up and just be like, give me more. I want second servings, you know? But I guess to move on to the next segment, because I want to keep going with this. Something I should have done earlier, I should have talked about weeks ago, but didn't, was the whole Scooby-Doo thing, where Grey Delisle, if I remember her name correctly, the voice of Daphne, was throwing a hissy fit and blacklisted this one animator because it used AI voices of the Scooby-Doo cast, and she was just throwing a bitch fit. And what's funny about that is that the fact that she was defending the wrong VA, it wasn't even her voice that person AI'd. It was like the older Daphne voice, which is kind of like a really bad L for an argument. But what got me kind of mad with that one was just the simple fact that she threatened to have him blacklisted from every like VA and anime industry or any kind of person in that said higher industry because of this. And I think that was just wrong. That was just terrible. I mean, I know English VAs don't exactly have a track record of being holier than thou people. I mean, we have plenty of VAs who have done terrible, awful things or starred in terrible controversies that made them like a piece of shit. It's just like, oh boy, English VAs being terrible people and or tools? Must be fucking Tuesday. Someone get the tequila out, you know? And what makes it so bad about that is it's just, I stand in the question of, who the hell are you to do that? I mean, I love Scooby-Doo. You know, I'm a #1 Velma simp ever since the old Scooby-Doo. But my question is, who the hell are you? Like, how do you threaten someone who just simply want to make an animation about Scooby-Doo? You know, it's just a little inspiration, some fan project or something, just for the lols, you know, for passion. It wasn't out of profit. It wasn't making no damn dime off it. And it's just like, yeah, you're gonna be blacklisted from everybody. You don't deserve nothing. You deserve to be treated like shit. You're garbage. And it's just like, where do you get off? Last I checked, in a field of being a voiceover, you could be replaced by a snap of my fucking fingers. You could be thrown in the goddamn... No, it's literally the Peter Pan thing. I was carried on a silver platter and then dumped into the garbage. Like, that is terrible for a person to say. That's like me. That's like having me getting like a personal email or like some guest star appearance from like, say, I don't know, like Patrick Snitz or Richard Epcard, or hell, even someone like, say, Keith David, and then have him just call me a piece of shit because I use an AI voice of him just for the lols, and then like I should be blacklisted and have no future in any career. It's just like, oh, thank you. You know, I just wanted to have fun and, you know, look up to my person who inspired me to be who I am today, or push me to go further in career. But thank you for belittling me and calling me, you know, yesterday's news. I'm glad. It's just like, why would you say that? This is like one of those, you should have never said that. You should have just offered quiet criticism, you know? And the fact that the person was like, yeah, when I get more money, I'm gonna definitely like hire actual VAs to voice it. And so you know it was meant with good intentions. It was never meant with maliciousness. But the only thing I could offer on that half is just understanding the fact that AI shit has been running rampant lately, especially in the VO department, the voiceover, you know, community. And I understand the relatively worry of it, that one day, that once AI voices become damn near perfect, they will start replacing voice actors and they'll be out of a job. I'm just gonna say it. If it does happen, I'm gonna say I offer my condolences, but it will never happen. It'll probably be God knows how many years, because AI voice actor, AI itself, and AI voiceover shit will probably never be brought into the industry no time soon, because it's so unregulated, and it's gonna probably cost a pretty penny at that because you got the royalties, you got the software to keep it going and to make sure that it's always saying the voice line's 100% perfect to convey the emotions and everything. Sure, it has the voice, but it will never have the emotion. It will never have the soul put it into the thing. Like, say if Vic Mignogna is screaming out someone's name, like an AI voice can't perfectly, capture that. Like I said, they'll have the voice, the mannerisms, the behavior, like the sound pitch of it, but they will never have the grasping emotions. Like say if you want the AI voice to scream in pain using, like, say, Patrick Smith's voice, it will never do that. It can never capture that kind of feeling. you know? So it'll just be like, that is terrible. And inside, it's like AI itself is still a whole gray area. It's not really regulated, so it's just like, even if the companies want to, it's probably gonna get a whole government sanction and everything. So it'd be like another decade or hell, another couple of centuries before we literally let AI do anything beyond just software and just, chat GPP, whatever that shit was, AI thing. Again, I understand the worry of it. I go on TikTok and I see Overwatch characters singing random songs, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. I like that. That's pretty wonderful. I could get that feeling. I could get that feeling that one day you might be replaced by an AI. And let's be honest, it's gonna probably happen. I'm not saying that you just accept the inevitable, but I say we should not deny what will happen. Dread it, run from it. Destiny will always arrive. But the point being, it's just, it's just like there's nothing wrong with it. I just think the situation around that just so terrible, and how she was just really railing on this person, treating them like trash just for even doing the thing. It's just like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, really? It's like, are you scared? Did you have to say this and kill someone's dreams just because they made a thing that they weren't even making a dime off of? You solely attacked this one person, because I don't think there has been any other incident where you had attacked anybody else. Hell, I don't even think any other voice actor has attacked any other person for using AI voices. Well, is it a courage? I don't think it would be exactly courage, but it's not exactly frowned upon. So I think the whole situation there was just crazy, But that's gonna be it for today. I've been really struggling to find any topics lately, and mainly I got caught up playing like 30 games to catch up and 30 more games just to freaking finish. Don't worry, since it's the start of September, by the time of this recording, it's September 1st. Like, the rest of the year should be relatively back to schedule with videos at least every week or every other week. It won't just be like these long gaps of just no content. So don't worry, guys. I'm coming back. I know summer was gonna be promising and it just kind of flopped on his head. But I'm telling you, no. The rest of the year is just gonna be content. What it is gonna be is gonna be. I'm just kidding. It's just gonna be a regular schedule program. Me talking about things and me being just a generally scheduled weirdo. Yeah, hell, I'm gonna post one tomorrow just out of spite. But that's gonna be it for today. I have been your lovely host with the most, and until next time, I bid you adieu.